card source. Awake barely. What's up, everybody? Audio sound good? Give it a second. Get the stream started. I got a beard now. Yeah, no shave November turned into apparently this. It's been annoying. I want to cut it off every day, but here it stays. How's everybody been? It's been 5 months to the day for my last live. I have a mess of binders all around me. All on the floor, everywhere. I have not started First Ed. First edition base set's not happening anytime soon. First edition Neo's not happening anytime soon. I could probably finish Fossil and Jungle pretty easily with First Ed, but I just haven't even given it a try ever since I moved on from those sets. I think I had Fossil and Jungle for my childhood collection 100% complete anyways. But I'll probably go back and do it one day, but I really want to just finish off all the main sets first. I did start the EX era. Yeah, I could do the bulk. I mean, a lot of my stuff is already the bulk. Like, Jungle and Fossil, the non-hollows are like 80-90% First Ed when it came to those full sets. I mean, we'll flip through them. I got them all here next to me. But I'm not even really afraid of base set. I'm more afraid of all the Neo sets. Getting all the hollow Neos done over again in First Ed. Cause I don't have a single First Ed hollow. And then all the Shinings to do First Ed as well. It's just going to be probably a horrible challenge. Especially with how vintage is right now. But we'll give it another minute. We'll start doing, I'm just going to go through all the binders, or if anyone even cares to see any different, I'm just going to start a base set. Go through what's there, if there's anything new. There's a couple of new promos in this binder, and then a lot of the changes start happening in Legendary Collection, Expedition, the E-Readers, the EX era. I got Ruby and Sapphire, Sandstorm, and Dragon. I started all in one binder too. Yeah, I know it's not going to really get any cheaper, and it's going to be difficult even tracking down the cards. I'm not like not up for the challenge, but I just know it's going to be a challenge, and I'd much rather focus more on Skyridge instead of like dropping dumb money on first edition Blastoise or first edition Shining T-Tars, cards like that. Because there's still, I don't have a Crystal Charizard or a Crystal Charizard Reverse yet. This one I need. Go back to this view for a second. I'm getting all the binders kind of in position. In form of years. I did start Topps Chrome base set. Just want to finish that one off. And I started in a vintage binder. So I only got like 30 or 40 cards. I got them off of a buddy off of Instagram. And that's going to just be more stuff to pick up at cons once I start going to Collecticon again. I am going to do Atlanta. I think that's Tyler Card Source Tennessee is one of my buddies. I'm gonna be going with him. He vends, and I'll be walking around doing a collector POV video. But I think it's the first weekend of Atlanta. Let's see, Atlanta 7th and 8th will be my first show of the year. Actually, I forgot I had this over here. To give everybody a second to hop in, I am gonna start with this binder. This one's small, I'll give it a little zoom. You gonna be there? You definitely say hey. Yeah, if you see me at Atlanta Collecticon, come hang out. This is my Mewtwo binder. All of the damn cards I buy that are damaged HP or weird cards, just Chinese knockoff cards, anything with Mewtwo on it is in this binder. There are some pretty good bangers though. Legendary Collection Mewtwo there on the top. I just picked up this one, I think a week ago at a local trade night. It's basically the first trade night or second trade night I've been to in the last 5 months. But this one's damaged. Somewhere on it. Yeah, right there. Gonna send it to PSA, get a PSA 1 hopefully. You can't see it, but my entire back wall has like those vaulted slab displays, and they hold 9 each, so there's 18 per side, and I'm trying to fill them completely with PSA 1s. So a lot of these I already have PSA 1s of, so they're staying in here. I'm gonna hit the lighting up. Just random cards. Rocket's Mewtwo, trying to complete a full page of that. LC non-holo. Delta species. Pretty much any Mewtwo you can think of is probably in this binder. Shadowless. I have a 4th print, but I sent that off to PSA for a PSA 1. Only stuff I'm grading right now is just 1s. Just literally Mewtwo 1s. I don't care for grading anything else currently. If you can name a Mewtwo card, it's probably, yeah. And if you have damaged base set Mewtwo's, please send them to me. I will buy them from you. $5, $6, $7, $8 each is what I've been paying. Keep getting them on TCG Player, but that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 full pages of base set Mewtwo's, all with issues. I'm just saving them because nobody wants to give them a home. Base set 2 full page, Black Star promo, and then just some random ones at the back, XY. But this is just my fun binder. Anytime I go out, if I have like a beer and cards or whatever, I'm just grabbing a random card from this binder and bringing it out. Prisms are probably my favorite. I completely went old school because I don't use the what is this? The Poke Collector app. I printed out set lists and I've been highlighting what I need for this Topps Chrome set. And I am going with the actual like see-through pages, old 3-ring binder setup. These Ultra Pro Platinum ones, I think they're called. They are awesome when it comes to like the quality. They're like crystal clear and they're thick, and they're holding the. I don't put the chrome cards in sleeves either. They just go straight in. Boomer. What are the cards on the Mewtwo Mount Rushmore? That's actually a good question. I'm looking up at my PSA 1 wall right now to pick. Probably Gold Star Mewtwo, Expedition Holo, probably Rockets Mewtwo, just because I love that card. And probably Rockets Mewtwo EX, I would say. I mean, from Team Rocket Returns. Ruby and Sapphire is good, but I don't put those on top of those others. Base set is just base set. I absolutely love base set, but I don't think it's the best artwork. Legendary Collection is a really cool actual like picture of the artist, but probably top 5, top 6 when it comes to Legendary Collection. Shining Mewtwo is a really good one, but I do not think Shining Mewtwo is in my top 4, surprisingly enough. I am not seeing another one that stands out, and I don't think I saw another one in that binder. I mean, LC probably makes 5th. LC only makes 5th mainly because of... Actually, I'm not even putting LC at 5th. The Junior Rally, the one where it's like sideways, where he's like shooting out the plasma or whatever it is, I rank that one probably over LC. Both of those have like a cool, like he's doing like an attack, but that's a non-holo card in Japanese. It's an exclusive. I would probably rank that one in my 4th or 5th. I don't physically have that card, but I absolutely love that card. Not a lot going on in this binder. There's just... I don't have really much of Series 2 outside of a Kabuto I picked up 2 weekends ago at a local shop. I was gonna say, in what order do we want to go here? We got the Mewtwo binder out of the way. We got what I started as Topps Chrome out of the way. But does anyone want to see EX before I get into WotC? Or how about I'll throw a curveball. We are gonna do the other cool binder first. The small binder. We'll do jumbos and box toppers. And then I think it's this one. We'll go full EX era with the first 3 sets of EX era as far as what I have. And then we'll just go through WotC 100%. Alright, reverse order it is. No one wants to see base right now. Everyone's seen base. Alright, this is the Jumbo Box Topper Sealed Promo Binder. Not all of my sealed promos are in here. I do have a lot of the, like the WotC sealed promos. You can kind of tell. I got them on display in my case back there. So there's like sealed Southern Islands, a lot of sealed Black Star promos in there, and then all my theme decks and stuff. Oh, jumbos are beyond underrated. The fact that like nobody has these at cons, nobody sells these, and they are dirt cheap as well. A lot of these you can pick up for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. Like the expensive ones are on the $40, $50 side. You got Pikachu, and this is in pretty sure chronological order to my knowledge of how they were released. You got the birds. It starts with English, and I do have Japanese in the backside, all of like the Korokoro comic ones. So for my quote-unquote collection, these are the best of games. I am missing 2 of these still. I have yet to find a Dark Ivysaur and Dark Venusaur. So those jumbos I am missing. Rocket's Mewtwo is in here, and it ends. The last jumbo from the EX, from the WotC era, is the Rocket's Hitmonchan. And then, as far as box toppers go, this is the one I just broke open the other day. If you saw the short, or I posted it on my YouTube or Instagram as well. Finally picked up. This was the last Legendary Collection box topper I needed. I got it from the Bulba store. This was back in what was it? Atlanta Collecticon was the last Collecticon I went to, and I think that was like the first week of September of last year. And it gets worse because I more or less kind of stopped doing YouTube, stopped doing Pokemon altogether for a few months there. I still had it in the slab until almost a week ago. I hadn't even broke it out yet from the slab. So it finally has seen freedom. It is in the binder now with all his new friends. Dark Blastoise box topper, Dark Raichu, and then Mewtwo is the last one for Legendary Collection. So I do have all four when it comes to those, 4 LC. Next up, there's 4 for every e-reader set as well. Expedition, Aquapolis, and Skyridge. I have all 4 for Expedition. So there's Alakazam. There's the big old gator for Alligator. Tyranitar. And Venusaur. So all 4 of those. And if anyone wants to stop and like see a card, more so on like the holos or whatever, just tell me. I'll stop it. I'll bring it out. I'll bring it close to the camera, and you can check out the holos, do whatever. But just interrupt me in chat. Have you seen? I have not been to a CCS show in Raleigh yet. I literally just kind of figured out that was a thing earlier today with one of my other buddies texting me asking if I was going to the Raleigh show, I think in February. I probably won't make it because I do work Saturdays at my actual job, and I typically try not to take off multiple weekends a month. And the weekend before that is the Atlanta Collecticon, so I am 100% locked in for Atlanta Collecticon, so I can get some content, make a new video, get YouTube rolling again, start collecting some cards. But I will try to get to a CCS show, either at the Raleigh one, or also I do want to actually go to Charlie's in Atlanta. I have never actually been to that as well. Oh, yeah, I forgot it is a 2-day on Sunday. Completely slipped my mind. I told my buddy earlier we might actually go on Sunday. So that is a possibility. We might go to the CCS show Sunday. Yeah, he said it was a good show. I've never even like looked into it or seen their pictures or anything. I just dropped them a follow on Instagram earlier today, but I hadn't actually gone through their post. So I've heard it's good. You're the second person today to tell me it's good, so I'll definitely check it out, and I might make it on Sunday, and maybe I'll make a video on it the next weekend too. This is the only gripe with this binder. If you start flipping through them fast, the box toppers do slide around. Got the Entei. That is Espeon. I do not have Espeon from Aquapolis. Got my Scissor Boy. Suicune. The only Crystal Charizard in my collection. I got the box topper before getting the reverse or the holo from the actual Skyridge side. And this thing is like stupid clean. I picked this up at a couple cons ago. I think it was in, if I remember right, Jersey Con. The first Jersey last year, not the second Jersey. I didn't end up going to the second one. But that is a banger card. I got Crobat. I'm missing 2 from Skyridge. What are the other 2 crystal box toppers? Kabutops is one, and shit. Charizard, Crobat, Kabutops. What's the last one? I'm drawing a blank here. I'm cheating. I'm looking it up. It's not Celebi, is it? I don't think Celebi has a... I'm going to feel real dumb when I see it. Oh, Jesus. I feel real dumb as soon as I see it. Alright, so those are the last 3 box toppers that I need for WotC outside of the 2, what did I say earlier, the Jumbos. And... let's pull up the app here. Master variants not owned. Oh. Why is this not working? Well, it's basically those 2 cards. Dark Ivysaur has a jumbo, and Dark Venusaur has a jumbo. The only time I have ever seen those... Alright, so that's the last two I need for Skyridge. These are freaking awesome. So that's all I need from the WotC side, outside of a ton of stuff on the Japanese side, which isn't technically WotC, but same era as Wizards of the Coast. I think it was last con or the con before that, before Atlanta. Charlotte Con, maybe. Or was this Atlanta? I'm losing my mind at this point. It's been 6-7 months since then, but picked up the EX era jumbos of the three middle children, Combustion, Marshtomp, and Grovyle. These are dope. Winter stamp jumbos from the EX era, so I have those in the collection. Couple sealed things. Those are like some Merlin stickers. That's one of the WotC promos. I think I have a duplicate of that. I want to say that's Meryl, if I remember right, sealed. And then the Koros. There's Mewtwo, little babies. Alright, yeah, it was Atlanta. Yeah. It was Atlanta because Holly found them in Atlanta and told me to come over. So she finds stuff for me, I show up at the tables, and we make deals. Celebi, the birds. These jumbos are sick. If you've never seen Koro comics before, check them out. They have a lot of really cool jumbos. Charizard, movie promo with the lovebirds on there. What's that? Celebi, Entei, Lugia, Mewtwo. That, and this whole one right here, this entire jumbo is holographic or like reflective. Entei, Pikachu, and Pichus. How much do I think Gyarados Awakening Legends Neo Japanese PSA 9 is worth? I mean, off the top of my head, I literally have no idea. If I'm looking at slabs, I usually just look at eBay last solds, 130 point, just stuff like that. I don't really keep up with the slab market much at all anymore. I'm just mainly focused on raw vintage. It's really the only thing that has like my attention at this point. I mean, I still like slabs more or less. I like my PSA 1 Mewtwo's, but I have been heavily considering, I do have all my slabs out here in my case down here, my Zion case, but I have considered even selling all my slabs just because the market's high. They're worth some money, and I could just put that money elsewhere, and I've graded most of them myself anyways. There's a good bit of jumbos in here. In the back, there's just some jumbos that I like. Arceus. The legend pieces that are full of Palkia and Dialga. These are super cool. So I just picked them up in collections, or I've just... I think I got these from a local shop for like $5-10 bucks each a year ago or something like that. I just threw them in this binder just to have them. Put the money into One Piece. Absolutely not. I will not collect One Piece, and anytime anyone tells me to watch One Piece, I will not watch it either. I will watch any other anime before devoting 1,200 episodes into One Piece. Christopher, what's up? No, I appreciate it. I've said at the beginning of the stream, no shave November, and it's now January, and I have yet to actually shave. Let's zoom out a bit. Alright, we're going backwards. We decided we are skipping Wizards of the Coast. We're going to do that next, and we're going to do this binder first. This binder, I do not think... I don't know if I've ever showed it off on a live before. No, I appreciate it, dude. So, EX era, super cheap, super awesome when it comes to the artworks. Ruby and Sapphire, Sandstorm, and Dragon are the first three sets for the EX era. They fit perfectly in a Vault XL binder, like the 600 something count. All three sets, full master sets, fit all the way to the back page. So let's just flip through it. I have a lot of the holos. I got a lot of the EXs. I really need to just sit down and do a video on this binder to show where I'm at, because I'm closer on these 3 sets than I am with Skyridge. Yeah, if you've been waiting to check out my EX stuff, the Sandstorm, I know you love, dude. We'll get to that right now. Alright. So EX era starts opposite of a lot of the WotC things. Holos are up front. All the holos have reverses. And then the introduction to EX cards, which all the sets have, are in the backside of the sets. And then some of the sets also have secret rares. Do I prefer stamps or non-stamps? I love stamps. I just have not. I've been trying to go in chronological order, and I have not gotten to any stamp sets yet. I have like a random binder. I have picked up 3 or the next set in line is Magma and Aqua after Dragon. So I started collecting a couple of those holos. I don't have the base set in a binder. I haven't even started that yet. And then there's like what, 1 or 2 more sets before it turns into stamps, or maybe it's the next set. What's the next set after Magma? Is it Hidden Legends or something? And then TRR somewhere right after that. So I love stamps. I just don't have any stamps that I've been physically collecting yet. I have a couple stamps in like my PC binder, but it's just like cards I like. So again, if anyone wants to see any cards, happy to take them out. I'll pick any of the cards that have like decent swirls. I don't know if I even missed any on the first page, but can definitely pull them out and check them out. So this is a full setup master set. Every card has either a holo or a non-holo, and then every single card in this set has a reverse. Hidden Legends, yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then TRR, right? But it starts getting expensive after like Hidden Legends, Fire Red with all the secret rares and the starters in the backside there. I don't want to cut off any cards here. It starts getting weird because I don't think weird's the right word. There's a lot of these cards that I have the reverses for, but I have not come across any of the non-holos yet. So if anyone's new here or don't know how I collect, I do not buy cards online. Not a single vintage card in my collection has come from like eBay, auctions, online purchases. Outside of the only exception I make is Instagram. If I'm looking for a card, or if one of my buddies like, hey, I picked up a couple of these LC cards, do you need any? There's a lot of people that have always tried to like help me out with my sets. So the only time I ever buy something online is through like an Instagram interaction. But I have not bought I've ruled 100% have never bought a single card on TCG Player for any of my vintage sets either. So it ends up like when I find cards at shops or at shows or cons, or if I buy like a binder or a collection, I might end up with like the reverses first, and it might take me another 6 months before I even track down the non-holo, because I'm not going to go on TCG Player and just buy every single non-holo and create a massive checkout cart and just buy them all at once. So a lot of these collections have taken, I don't know, what am I, like 2-3 years into this now, as far as quote mastering the vintage era, mastering WotC, moving into the EX era. So some of these cards are just taking forever to track down. Also, I'm not when it comes to condition, I'm not just buying damaged cards either. A lot of the cards, and then with the exception of Legendary Collection, a lot of the cards in my collection have been, I found them. I might have found 1 or 2 copies out in the wild, but they weren't a good enough condition for my binder, so I've skipped on them, and I just wait for the right copy at the right time. Yeah, TR and Deoxys are definitely the lowest pops, some of the lowest printed when it comes to the EX era, Nintendo taking over. All right, so this is the cool page when it comes to Ruby and Sapphire. We have all of the EXs. I am not missing a single EX when it comes to Ruby and Sapphire. So the only stuff I need in the back is like reverses of the energies here and a couple of the trainers. Baller Scyther artwork, one of the best Scyther artworks, definitely one of the best Hitmonchan artworks. And these full holo cards are just absolutely insane in the light. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love taking pictures of Pokemon cards. I try to take and get as much holo to pop as physically possible when it comes to these cards. So check out my Instagram. All of these are on there. One of the best Laprases. And then Christopher, we got Sandstorm up next. It's funny, I met up with a guy last weekend at a local card shop, and I got so many of the reverses for Sandstorm. We made a big trade. I'm missing pretty much all the holos. And a lot of these holos for like Sandstorm, Ruby and Sapphire, even Dragon, these are like $5, $10, $15 cards in near mint. And I've just been tracking down the right copies, getting massive swirls on them. I mean, that's literally like a $5, $10 card. Yeah, that Ludicolo is definitely sick. I don't know if that one has a swirl or not. I'm not seeing one. They're all super clean copies. So, and going on my point, like waiting for the right copy, I don't want to buy a damaged copy. I don't want to buy like a scratched up holo copy with especially how cheap these cards are. A lot of the early EX are when you can get them for 5, 10, 15 bucks. Why spend $2 when you can spend $5 for a near mint copy, or just wait another show and find one with a big swirl and it's like the one you really want to keep? There are some expensive ones though. Flareon's not a $5, $10, $15 card. I think that's like 35 to 50 in clean condition. Espeon, even like the non-holo and the reverse, those are kind of expensive as well. Any of the evolutions are always going to carry a Pokemon Premium, unfortunately. Reverse of the Umbreon, and even non-holo of this Umbreon, the non-holo Sandstorm Umbreon, expensive card. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's like 40, 50 bucks near mint, somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, there's a lot of good ones in here. Vaporeon, a lot of evolutions in this set. They definitely know how to pander to the Pokemon crowd. A lot of really good artworks too. Like, I love that Ekans. That Psyduck. Super expensive reverse. Didn't even realize how much that one was. Even like the Marill, Pikachu I don't have yet. Expensive reverse for Sandstorm. Some of the reverses are more expensive than like the holos or the EX cards in this set. Backside's got the trainers. And then we have one of the sickest Kabutops cards. Super clean copy. Really cool Raichu. Love that Aerodactyl card, actually. Let me pull that one out. Sandstorm Umbee is good. Definitely a sick Psyduck. Calvin, I mean, the only way to start is literally just to start. Do the binder, but don't commit to the reverses. You can do a full set and then save your money up and just get the holos and the EXs on the backside. It's still a beautiful set without the reverses in there. $94. The only thing that irritated me about this set was it ends with one card right there, so it's basically a whole wasted page. And then we have Dragon. I love Dragon. If I don't know how I would tier it between the three, but Dragon has some of the better hollows, I think, over Sandstorm and Ruby and Sapphire. Like, some of these cards, or not even some, like all these cards are just freaking beautiful. The little plus and minus twins. Salamence is sick artwork. I appreciate it, Chris. First Pokemon was a ripped up tentacle from Fossil. I think everyone got in, or at least everyone in my probably same age group started Jungle Fossil base era. He's got a big swirl coming off his back there. So for Dragon, I'm only missing one of the hollows, at least on this spread. Yeah, it goes into the non-hollows here. So yeah, I'm only missing one hollow outside of the reverses. No, I'm blind. There's another one missing right there. I'm gonna pull my phone up. Oh, that Absol. That is a sick Absol. I've come across a couple copies, but they have not been in the best condition. And then the Flygon goes right there. But I cannot wait till I have that one. The Altaria? Yeah, the Golem's really good. That is a tough Golem. That dude he's standing up to anything in this picture. That's just like a majestic artwork right there. The Rest of Dragon. A lot of good art. Love that Houndoom art. This, after I got this card, like, you can always see pictures of cards online, or even like if you're watching this like YouTube stream and you see like some of my cards, you're like, oh, that's a cool card, or oh, that's a card I've never seen before. But like, whenever you have a card in person, you actually start appreciating it a lot more. Like, that is a sick art. I love that card. Some people might say otherwise, but I love this card. And it wasn't until like I had it in hand and got to put it in the binder, and I flipped through the binders all the time. It's like, damn, like, that card really stands out. Like, why have I never really noticed that one before? Oh, dude, yeah, it's the in Magma Aqua, it's the secret rare, right, Chris? Yeah, the secret rare Absol from Magma Aqua is top notch. What's up, Collect? WotC definitely has the heart. Same here. But EX Error has been growing on me heavily now that these binders are starting to get filled out. Like, so many cool artworks. And the way it's set up, not set up, but like the reverses, because they almost have like a kind of like a hazy look. They're not as like bright and vibrant as like Expedition or Aquapolis. I really just like the look of how EX Error is. You said it's brewing? Oh, were you talking about the dog? Yeah. Ton of Magnemites and Magnetons in this set. All the Gravelers, Golems, that whole evolution line. All right, we are about to make it to the last page here. I think there's some more trainers. No, it is the last page coming up. So we'll do this one first. It doesn't matter. This is probably one of the most, well, expensive pages, yes, but impressive spreads. Like, Dragon really popped off when it came to the EX cards. Ruby and Sapphire, Sandstorm has great EXs. Dragon has the EXs to a different level. Huge swirl, top left of his head there. Love that golem. This Dragonite EX, I think a lot of people would probably rank as one of the best Dragonite cards. He has a massive crown swirl. Look at that thing. It's just sitting on his head. He is looking straight at Swirl. Macargo, the Muck, the Lovebirds. Big swirl right there. Is it 94? 93. And then this Dragon, correct me if I'm wrong, first set with secret rares. Because I don't think Sandstorm or Ruby and Sapphire actually had quote-unquote secret rares. Only the EXs at the backside of the binders. But we have the 3 secret rares from Dragon. I tracked down all of these copies. Once I got one, the other 2 had to follow suit. And you'll see why. Charmander, huge tail swirl. It's got like a double tail swirl sitting on it. Near mint. Followed up with Charmeleon. Charmeleon has a melt swirl, so he's like blasting it out right there. I don't even think this card has whitening on it. Glow in the Dark Shark, what's up? You like your mucks. And then this Charizard I picked up at a local show, I don't remember, months and months ago. Big swirl right there. This is probably the worst condition card out of the 3. I think it was like Mod Play Plus. In my eyes, it's Mod Play Plus. A lot of people would probably still call this like LP. Oh, is that true, Collect? So it poses the Pop Series Blastoise? The Pop Series, what is Pop Series 3-1? I can literally let you know in 30 seconds because I know where mine is. Hey, 90 Kids, welcome in. I definitely appreciate it. I haven't really talked about that at all on this live yet, but I don't know if I wanted to or not, but Pete is here on the live with us. So if anyone's in here and doesn't know me or what happened or why I kind of fell off the face of YouTube, and I mentioned at the beginning, this stream is literally 5 months to the day from my last live. The last live I did was the night before CharlotteCon. I was getting prepped to do CharlotteCon that next morning. Super excited to do it. It's going to be my first like vending experience. Was going to bring a ton of the sealed collection that I had recently bought, plus a bunch of my binders, a bunch of vintage stuff for sale. Regardless, pretty much my best friend that night got into a car wreck a couple hours after my live stream. He wasn't here at the time, but a few hours after that when I was asleep, and he passed away. So I had kind of stepped away from Pokemon, stepped away from YouTube. The only thing I kind of kept up was my Instagram because I could do it from home and just take pictures of cards and not really go anywhere. I've been to like 2 card shops and like 1 card show in the last 5 months. And now that it's January in 2026, I've more or less wanted to get back into it. I've had a ton of people on YouTube, or mainly from YouTube, reach out to me on Instagram and be like, hey, you're making any content anymore? Hey, you were, I mean, just awesome stories. Hey, you were my inspiration for starting this set or that set, or getting me into collecting vintage, stuff like that. And just people wanted to see more videos. So I kind of decided the time was the time. So ripping off the Band-Aid, doing a live, and showing where I'm at in the collection. I need to buckle down, start doing some videos again, and kind of go from there. But I definitely appreciate all the words. There's a ton of people that reached out on Instagram, ton of people that reached out just everywhere, and overall scenario just kind of sucked. If you've been following the channel, Pete had been on the channel countless times. I've done lives with him, shorts with him, pack ripping. He's been a huge vendor. I did every single Collecticon with him. He was who I traveled with. He was my home base at Collecticons. I would keep my stuff there. He was there selling and vending while I was out going and collecting cards. I would come back to the table, show him everything I bought, get excited, go back out and do it again. And yeah, so I hadn't really been in the mood for the last 5 months to do much of this overall. So, like I said, I definitely appreciate all the condolences, everything. It just sucked. We definitely had some fun lives. We had some very unhinged lives. We've ripped some. He was the vendor side of things, and he always had cool stuff. And we've ripped some crazy packs, and we've done just a lot of cool stuff and made a lot of cool content. I mean, we were literally just filming ourselves being us. So the bonus for wherever this started here a minute ago, saying the Pop Series Blastoise, I do have a holo Pop Series Blastoise. Those definitely look like opposing artworks. I don't think I've ever even noticed that before. So that's cool. I love this art. This is one of the coolest Blastoise arts. One of the rarest Blastoise as well in holo form. While we're on the quick subject of Pete, I will show this off. Super cool. Holly got me this for my birthday was back in November. Didn't do a live, didn't do anything this year, obviously. So celebrated the holidays, celebrated everything just at home. She got me this. It's Pete and I, his favorite Pokemon. Obviously, mine's Mewtwo. His was Totodile. We would always go everywhere, and every Collecticon we went to, every restaurant we went to, we would get the nachos and rate the nachos to try to find whatever the best nachos were in the world. So it's just a picture of us chilling, eating nachos. 8.9 was the score because we would always score them, and it was also the date that Pete passed. So August 9th, 5 months come tomorrow, is as long as it's been. I can't believe it's already been 5 months. Yeah, ALB. Pete unfortunately passed 5 months ago. Car accident. The night of CharlotteCon. The night before. So while I was asleep, waking up, I woke up at I don't know, 6 or 7 in the morning. His dad called me and told me the news, and the entire weekend was a blur past that point. So I remember making the post saying, hey, I did the live Friday night, the post saying we were doing vendor POV together because we were set up, our table's going to be right next to each other. We were both going to do a vendor POV, have each other in the background of each other's videos, blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, other plans were made, and that's how it went down. Now, I definitely appreciate the condolences. He was in your video for KC Collecticon last year. We were at KC Collecticon together. Did you do a deal with him? Last one. I am trying to collect all of the secret rare stamped versions of these 3 cards as well. So Charmeleon is the state. Charmander, I think, is like city level, and Charizard's like a national level stamp for the championships that year. So those will go there. And that is my EX binder. Outside of... We are going to stick going backwards. Outside of promos. I'm going to flip this binder backwards to not show what's in the front. Alright, well... You're going to be able to figure out what set's in front of this. But all of my EX era promos I have started for the basically Nintendo era promos. All the Black Star promos from the Nintendo era I have started trying to get every variant. Ended up being a great video. Kiddo was doing a trade-up challenge. He was definitely a chill, and he was always awesome to kids. Like, as long as you were actually a kid, he would do a trade-up challenge with you. He'd give out free cards, free anything. Like, he wanted to keep the hobby alive with children. And that's one of the major issues with Pokemon these days, is with all of the scalping, with all the pricing, with all the people getting driven out of the hobby, it's borderline about to skip an entire generation. And if that happens, I don't even know what's going to happen in the future. I don't see why people think the cards are going to stay as expensive as they are, when kids that are kids right now that can't collect, that can't get a hold of packs, they're not going to have that nostalgic feeling years on when they have adult money and can buy stuff themselves. So I'm glad they got to experience that with Pete while he was here. A lot of super cool Nintendo era Black Star promos. I love this Pikachu. There's way too many Pikachus to start like having a Pikachu ranking, but this is a strong Pikachu contender. I am in Charlotte. Pete and I did travel to KC Collecticon last year to hit it up. Yeah, the current generation missing out is just going to suck for them. I mean, they're not even going to know it, but it's going to hurt the whole Pokemon industry later on. Binder OCD is definitely real. Hey, what up, PokeFrontier? Yeah, I mean, dude, you're welcome to come over anytime too, Frontier. You can come see, check out all the binders. We started backwards. We're doing your favorite era first, EX era. And then I'm going to get into the WotC here in a second and go through every single WotC set where we're at. Definitely some bangers back here. Trying to get the glare off the cards with the lights, but I got all 3 birds, Suicune, Celebi. These are all holos. Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza. These are all absolutely sick artworks. Still missing quite a few. Still a lot of expensive ones, even from the EX era too. There's a trainer card that's stupid money. Yeah, dude, just let me know when. Bring your cards, and we can just sit on the ground here and check out cards. Definitely ALB. Yeah, I saw Kansas City is doing a Collecticon again this year. I'm going to try to do a lot more cons, going to try to travel more. at least hopefully one a month, and if it makes sense, I'll do it. KC's close enough where it's a quick like hour and a half flight, so I very well might do that again. All right, this is now out of order. Finally, for the first time tonight, gonna start with WotC. June 10th and 13th. Yeah, I put all the cons in my schedule or in my calendar, so I gotta just see where it makes the most sense of what cons to go to, especially with local shows, because there's a bunch of, like, North Carolina has a ton of Pokemon card shows, and I do want to hit a bunch more of the local shows this year too, which I wasn't doing as much of when I was hitting all the cons last year. I do want to do too many do's. I do want to do New Jersey at least once. I love going to New Jersey Con. I've been like 2 or 3 times now. One of the best cons. That and Chicago. I always have really good luck in Chicago. I think that fixed the lighting a little bit. All right. If anyone wants to stop me, but I'm going to kind of power move through base set here, all the early sets for WotC, everyone's seen a million times. Not taking anything away from them, but we have base set. My base set is primarily my entire childhood collection. I had this question a lot recently when I've been doing these like full set Instagram posts. A lot of OCD kicking in because I have first edition cards all over, mainly shadowless, and then some unlimited cards. When I deconstructed my childhood collection, which was like 2 binders, like no joke, like this thick each, I picked the best copies and more or less the first edition stamps, the shadowless stamps, all of those when creating these sets. So by doing that, I know every first edition card I have in all of WotC was from my childhood, and then a lot of the unlimited stuff that I picked up later on when I started collecting again years back, I picked up later on in life. So it's basically my only way to distinguish what was part of my childhood and then what was part of my what I picked up later on in life. I started getting into errors recently too. Stage error, War Turtle. Yeah, New Jersey is insane. Dallas is also insane. I went to Dallas early, like 2023. It's the only time I've been to a Texas show, but that was well worth it. So, heavily collecting as a kid. Ton of I had first edition when it came to base set, first edition Jungle, first edition Fossil. I ripped a lot of first edition packs when I was a kid. Jungle, super small. Almost, I mean, every single card on this page. This is all first ed, all from my childhood collection. Some unlimited scattered through, but mainly all first ed. Fossils, all these sets are 100% complete. Good bit of first ed I'm seeing in here. Lapras. More so on the non-holo rares. Guess I was not lucky hitting holos when I was a kid out of fossil packs. This was the set I posted today on my Instagram. I've run out of space in this binder, and I keep filling in like all the negative space with random cards. So this is from the Pikachu World Collection. These 8 cards. They're all the WotC promos in different languages. E3 Pikachu Yellow Cheeks. Got this at a con, I'm pretty sure. The only one I am missing currently is the E3 Red Cheeks. That does exist. Hopefully I'll find one day. It is a lot more expensive. Red Cheeks is always more expensive than Yellow Cheeks. Base set 2, fortunately no variants. So what you see is what you get. There's no missing cards. However, almost every copy in here in my base set 2 does have swirls. I didn't do a lot of base set 2 as a kid. I didn't like it because it was pretty much a reprint of 1, or just original base set. So I was missing a good bit of these holos. So when I tracked them down, I did try to find like the cleanest holos with big swirls on them to finish off the set. Base set 2 is just a complete and utter mismatch of the 3 previous. Base set 2, yeah, base set 2, it doesn't get me excited, but I do love Cosmo Hollows. So all of these cards as Cosmos look so much better in my opinion than original base set, but I'm not trying to take away from like the nostalgic aspect of what base set was and how it was printed. Next up, we have all the promos. Yeah, he always wore the Totodile shirts, no matter the show he was at. So Totodile was his guy. He would always wear those Totodile shirts at the cons, local shows, everything. His brand, his company, was the Toto Deals. All right, WotC promos. Definitely amazing cards. Still missing a few variants. I do think I want to try to get a couple of the errors, like the no HP Persian. There's the Junior Rally. It's an English card, but it was Japanese printed. Non-holo Eevee. I've yet to see one of those ever at a con, so if it's not like super expensive, but I do want to pick one of those up. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, full master set of base set 2 and swirls. Definitely a fun journey and challenge. All of them are super affordable outside of like the big 3. We got Pokemon Center. And Lucky Stadium. This was Lucky Stadium, for lack of better words, is probably one of the luckiest pickups I've ever done. I know I've told this story before, and I think I did it on like a post Long Island TCG card show. Had their first 2-day show back in 2023, I think it was. I don't remember when it was. Regardless, got this for $100. It was like mod play condition. There was some whitening on the backside of it. I did not care at all. And dude sold it to me for $100, well knowing what it was, knowing that it was one of the last 2 promos I needed for my collection here. He was like, just give me $100, it's yours. I was like, you are freaking awesome. And then the Pokemon Center I got for an awesome deal, I think back in Chicago Collecticon last year, to finish off the Black Sea cards. I do have a Discord. I just have never sent out an invite or done anything in there. I've had it fully set up. It's Grim Horizon TV. I got my own server. I just have never really invited in to anyone. If anyone wants to do it, and I've always considered just setting up so people can like trade cards or help each other track stuff down. Just shoot me a message on Instagram, and we can start getting that going. All the best of games, all the winter cards. Only missing the 2 jumbos, like I said at the beginning. Probably one of my favorite variants of Rocket's Mewtwo. The winter stamped full Cosmos. This card is absolutely sick. Energize your game. These are full Cosmo Holo Energies. All of them have like 2-3 swirls each. And I have all of the W stamps. Charmeleon was obviously the worst. It is the most expensive. That was the craft promo. And that is binder 1. we got binder 2 up next. This is one of the only ones that I have as like a 3x3. Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge. Only way to have variants for this is to do First Ed and then Unlimited. One of the coolest cards for my childhood collection, I do have a non-holo number 5 Dragonite. It is an error card. Number 5 is the holo version of the card, but it is printed with a non-holo on it. I got that graded. It was like one of the very first cards I ever graded. I got a PSA 5, which I thought was also super cool because it was beat up. It wasn't sleeved. It was just like shoved behind some other cards. So I have a PSA 5, number 5 error Dark Dragonite. Actually, why talk about it when I realized I had it right next to me in my slab case? So, number 5 on the card, non-holo card. So, this is from my childhood. Got it graded, keeping it like this always. Alright, we got the rest of Team Rocket. I'm just going to kind of flip fast through these because I've shown these off plenty of times on my channel. The main progress that I've made is in Legendary Collection and Expedition. Dark Raichu, that's from my childhood collection. I pulled that one as a kid. Also has a massive swirl on the top right of it. Gym Heroes is 6 set. One of my favorite Scyther artworks. Any Southern Islands? Yeah, I have Southern Islands. Southern Islands came out in the Neo era, pretty much in between Discovery and Revelation is when Southern Islands was printed, and I have it in my Neo binder, which is going to be right after this one. Chris, what up? Yeah, no, I have been completely off the grid for like 5 months, and like that comment has already been made multiple times. Ain't nobody's seen me in like 5 months. I've been completely hidden. But yeah, grew out my beard. We'll see how long it lasts. It's getting annoying. Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge. And that's going to wrap up this binder. And this fits like 100% to the T in this vault. Like, it's the perfect card count for this binder. There's 3 spots to go on the back page. How'd your stream end up doing earlier today, Chris? I was actually in there for like the last 10-15 minutes. I had some I saw when somebody bought packs for somebody else in the stream, those 15 or so 151 packs, and it was just literally every pack was hit. That is like the most luck I have ever seen come out of 151. Damn, that's a good pull too. I missed that one. I only popped in at the end. I was just sitting at my desk and you were like background noise while I was working. Alright. We've made it through Gym, and now this binder here holds all 4 Neo sets and Southern Islands. I was still collecting all of this as a kid. I probably had half the holos for Genesis and Discovery. I do not have the corrected. I have the error, which is like the common one, right? With the fighting energy on it. I don't have a corrected version of Blaine's Charizard. So, I've always stated Neo has been my favorite era. It was absolutely my favorite era when I was a kid. I loved opening these packs. I literally remember like going to Target and Kmart and Toys R Us and ripping Discovery and Genesis packs, all the way up through Destiny. I have a couple Shinings that I pulled as a kid. Neo is unbeatable. The other thing I did when I started recollecting years back is learning about double hollows. I had some for my childhood collection, but then I started tracking down like specifically double hollows for all the ones I was missing. Like this Houndar is absolutely sick. Huge tail swirl on him. Like I said like 10, 15, 20 minutes ago, I was always waiting for the right copy to come across that I wanted to add to the binder. Probably easily my favorite Discovery card, and I am not a big evolution dude, but this Umbreon I did pull as a kid. It was one of my favorite cards as a kid. I just thought it was sick looking all black. Huge hollow bleed on it, and somehow this card absolutely survived childhood collection, not being in a sleeve. Like one dot of whitening on the bottom left. So probably one of my favorite childhood cards. Oh, recently I started tracking down all of the hollow variants for Neo. I think there's only like 4 from on the Japanese side. So I posted that on my Instagram a couple days ago. Yeah, that's the OG Moonbreon. Ended up picking up the Butterfree, and I picked up one of the cards for Revelation as well. I'm just throwing them in the binder right now. So this card does not have a hollow on the English side. Ended up getting a PSA 8 for dirt cheap and just cracking it open. And for the person that just asked about Southern Islands, Jeremy, here it is. Smack dab in the middle. I have it set up how like the card blisters work. One of my favorite Mew cards. Big swirl on it. This thing, I had not realized how expensive Southern Islands Mew has gotten recently. Six cards away. I hope you finish it out strong. Yeah, I mean, hindsight's 2020 when it comes to Pokemon. Everyone wishes they were ripping packs. Everyone wishes they kept their childhood collection and didn't sell it at a garage sale for $5. I just had always loved my binder, and yeah, I've moved multiple times. I've more or less been on my own since I was 18. I moved out of my parents' house, started going to school, moved in with a buddy, and I just always kept it. It was like one of the things I always had is my Pokemon card collection. Celebi was from my childhood collection. I remember this one. Another one of my favorite cards. Again, somehow super clean. Like, that's a minty looking hollow. A little bit of whitening on the back, but I love it all the same. I didn't even really show any of that in the base set part of the collection. A lot of those base set cards are like mod play, heavy play, and I have absolutely no care to swap them out because those were all the cards I pulled as a kid. So starting at the beginning of the WotC, I was trying to pick the cleanest versions when doing the binder, but if I just didn't have a clean version, I just went with like the first edition or the Shadow List, even if it was like beat up. If we want to see a swirled up double hollow Houndoom, get this thing to focus. Big swirl on it too. Neo just has some of the great artworks. Both Shinings in the back. Empty Neo Rev pack. I ripped that at a Collecticon in Charlotte here 3 years ago. I think that was back in like 23 or something. Oh, and I just picked up the Starmie. Starmie was another one of those Japanese exclusives when it comes to the holos. So super cool holo on the Japanese side. And then we have Destiny, the most expensive set, and a set I really do not want to do in first ed because of the pricing. Like, what's a first edition Dark Gengar go for? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what Dark Gengar is going for these days, because I picked mine up at a local show like a couple years ago now, and I think I paid like 40 bucks for it, no lie. Now, it's not like the greatest shape, but it was like an awesome deal, and I was just like, I love this card. Yeah, I mean, my Gengar's got some whitening on the back, but I love it. Starmie definitely has a page in the family binder. We got all the rest of Destiny. And then we have all the Shinings. Somebody's on a little vacation right now. I haven't made it public or anything. I have 10 of my cards. 10 of like probably my most expensive cards that have any type of damage on them. I have them out with my buddy Take Me Back to Pallet Town. He's a huge card restoration guy. And I did a before video. I did film this like back in September or October. So I did film 1 or 2 videos. I just haven't posted them yet because like part 2s have not happened yet. I have the outro video filmed of all the 10 cards in the before condition for all of my cards. My Shining Charizard is one of them. And then when the cards come back, I am doing a blind reveal of those cards to see what the conditions look like once they're back. My Shining Charizard had a crease through the top right of it. I picked it up at a sports card show like 2 years ago. No joke, for 110 bucks. Literally, I have 100 bucks in my Shining Charizard. He's repairing it. I just want to see how it turns out. Dude, appreciate the memberships there. You definitely did not have to do that. We are just all chilling here and vibing. Definitely appreciated that at ALB. So, before and after video is coming. Think it's going to be a really cool concept. For all the people that have their personal opinions on card cleaning and restoration, totally get it. None of these cards are ever going to be sold. None of these cards are ever going to be graded. So I don't care. They are my personal cardboard, and I'm doing with them as I please. So they're all getting fixed. ALB, I'm just seeing all the people that are getting free memberships right now. Definitely appreciate that. Making sure I didn't miss any concept or comments. Poke Frontier, yeah. Hopefully that's in the next few weeks, and then I'll get that one filmed, and that will go live. Wave Dash, yes. The Shining Steelix and Shining Noctowl are the 2 cards that I pulled as a kid. So both of these are from my childhood collection. Both super clean, too. And before I actually started doing the Neo Destiny and like putting the Neo in the binder, I love PSA 1s and I always love the Shining cards. So I was trying to track down absolutely destroyed copies of Shinings so I can make a full sequential PSA 1 set. This was before PSA 1s were cool. I'm talking like 3 years ago I was doing this. So I do have some Shinings in here that are absolutely cooked. At some point, I am going to go back and replace these copies because I do want a PSA 1 Mewtwo. So I will send that off one day and get that graded for a PSA 1 and put it on my PSA 1 Mewtwo wall. I'll probably just keep these for just memories at this point because I've had them for so long. But some of my Shinings in here are destroyed. The ones I picked up after the fact, like my Celebi is super clean. Noctowl is clean. Steelix is clean. My Charizard is clean without the crease, but the crease is going away, so that is going to be kind of clean. Yeah, definitely appreciate it there, ALB. I'm just here collecting. That's all I care about here. Yeah, Chris, I mean, card restoration, everyone is more than welcome to their opinion on it. I totally get the cleaning and restoring to bump a grade. Now, recently, I have heard that some of the people have told me and reached out saying like EX error cards aren't their holding their fixes. Like I guess bends or creases are starting to come out as time frame goes on. So that's going to be interesting to see. For people are saying graded cards that are grading, let's say 7, 8s, and 9s because they don't have a crease or something. These creases are starting to come out in the slab. I've had multiple people tell me that. I have not seen that personally, but that's going to be something to kind of keep an eye on later on as time frame goes on. All right. This is by far my favorite binder. Expedition has become my favorite master set, has become my favorite set, and Legendary Collection is just absolutely insane. So the next binder up houses a full Legendary Collection, not full, like not complete yet, but it will be a master set of Legendary Collection, and it will be a full master set of Expedition as well. I was hesitant even showing off the Expedition for, granted, there's 19 people in this live right now, or if anyone actually goes back and watches it after the fact. My next video is probably going to be Expedition because I am technically done. I do not have my last card yet. My buddy who probably went to bed that was in here earlier, Card Source Tennessee, last weekend at a show he was doing in Tennessee, he knows, he's always on the lookout for cards I need. So I sent him screenshots of like what I need for LC, what I need for Expedition. He found the last card I need for Expedition. So he sent me a picture of it. He bought it immediately. He bought it without even telling me. Sent me a picture saying, "Hey, I just found this." I paid him back for it instantly. He got a really good deal on it anyways. He lives but in Tennessee. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm gonna probably try to meet up with him hopefully this weekend, if not next. My whole concept for the video is probably starting the car being like, hey, driving to Tennessee or driving to the halfway point for us is Asheville. So we'll probably meet in Asheville and just like hit a brewery or something to get lunch, pick up the last card I need for Expedition, drive home, then do the full binder overview here at the house. So this is probably, like I said, my most favorite binder currently. To preface, anyone that doesn't know, Legendary Collection, I did not care about condition. Legendary Collection, I just wanted to complete it, and I wanted to complete it in the most cost-effective way. So damaged HP mod play is the only effective way to do this set. Fortunately enough, I started this long enough ago that I had most of the bigger cards before the last 6-8 months of the Pokemon boom has happened yet again, and LC kind of went through the roof. So a lot of these Legendary Collection reverses I own for $10-15. No joke. Most of the cards in this binder I have $10-15 in. A lot of the hollows, or a lot of the bigger hollows, I'm in pretty cheap. But I still need 8. I am on my last 8 cards. Charizard is not one of them. I do have a Legendary Collection reverse Charizard. It is at the dude that's doing the fixing that I just talked about. He has my LC Charizard because it does have a big crease in it, just like my Shining does. I broke it out of a BGS 3 that I did a trade for last year, and we're just going to see how it turns out. Missed a ton of comments. Good question. Pokemaster creases. Yeah, absolutely insane. I am insane. Yes, for doing these master sets. Jar Chomp is doing, what's MS of Skyridge, Aquapolis, and Sandstorm? Nuts. Multiple sets? Like he's trying to do like multiple over of those sets? And everyone that keeps saying, if you want to do a set, just do the base set first. You don't have to do all the reverses. So let's get into it. This is Legendary Collection. It is missing 8 outside of the, I think I only have 1 with him. The majority of the cards he has right now are my e-readers. However, none are Expedition. My entire Expedition Master Set is like LP or better. Oh, Master Set, duh. Yeah, so he's in the same boat as me. I'm doing Master Sets of Aquapolis and Skyridge. As soon as we get through LC and Expedition, I'll show where we're at on Aquapolis and Skyridge as well for everything that's here outside of the total of 10 cards that I have not in the house right now because they're being repaired. So Charizard's one of them. I need a Dark Dragonite, so if anyone has a damaged or heavily played Dark Dragonite, I would be interested in that. Just going to zoom out here. There we go. Need Vaporeon, need Machamp, need Ninetales, so that is 4. It's going to start getting good because I have like complete pages finished here. I need a Moltres, that is 5 missing. Fully complete spread. So if you've never seen a full master set of Legendary Collection, this is what it ends up looking like. Another full complete spread. And for whoever missed the jumbos at the beginning, I do have all 4 box toppers for Legendary Collection, and I have all 4 box toppers for Expedition as well in a different binder. Need a Rapidash. What's that? 6, 7, and 8. There's the 8 missing so far. So Sandslash, Snorlax, Rapidash, and the previous ones we just counted out. 100% done. All the starters, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Dratini, Eevee. I mean, I have everything. This has taken 2 full years to complete. Every single card was acquired in person or through like an Instagram transaction. So 90% of these are from cons. Yep, all the box toppers as well. There. Charizard, Blastoise, Raichu, and Mewtwo. And I'll just get the Alakazam, Feraligatr, Tyranitar, and Venusaur. I have all the box toppers for Expedition. Entei, I have not gotten an Espeon yet. Suicune, Charizard. So I have Crystal Charizard. I have Crobat. And missing Kabutops and missing Ho-Oh. Yep. Dog ran in and out. Oh, I did set up something cool too. I set up a dog cam, but my dogs aren't in here right now. So now it's just binders on the floor and stuff. Bruin, come in here. Buddy. You can lock him in here. Oh, he doesn't want to come in. He's camera shy. Yeah, all of the definitely appreciate it. I love these binders. I've been building them for years. I started with the majority of my childhood collection. I just wanted to finish it all. Oh, you sold your Moltres? Definitely would have been interested in it. Condition-wise, yes. Everything that is like an e-reader or all these other sets that I've completed prior, I've tried to get like my standards like Mod Play Plus or better. Try to stay like Light Play or whatever the best deal is. Legendary Collection is the only set that I've done damaged on. I have no interest of paying premium near mint pricing for Legendary Collection, like my Pikachu. Like, it's impossible to tell, but there's creases on it. Like, it's near impossible to tell in the binder when flipping through LC what's damaged and what's not damaged. Oh yeah, never even shut off my rug. So Dog Cam was also for Mewtwo rug. This is a completely custom rug I had made from a local friend. I have her information. If anyone wants a custom rug, just reach out to me. And yeah, it is true to size. It is a 6'7" Mewtwo with the border, all vibrant colors. It is super sick. And I set it up here with the dog cam just because my dog loves rubbing on it. He just jumps on here and rubs his back on it nonstop. First edition Dark Dragonite. Do you need? No. I do not need. I'm not doing. I'm not doing first edition when it comes to any of the previous sets just yet. All the first editions I have are just from the childhood. I'm not going back and like separating first edition from Unlimited when it comes to Team Rocket or even base set, any of those sets. So you can tell like that card's got a crease on it right there, but a majority of these, you can't even tell if they have damage or if they don't have damage when it comes to the Firework Hollows. So that's my LC. It is fully complete minus 8 cards and minus my Charizard that's out right now. Between Expedition, Aquapolis, and Skyridge, what is your favorite? Hands down, Expedition. Expedition is my favorite e-reader set. Skyridge has been strongly growing on me, but I just think I like Expedition more, and I like Expedition more mainly because of how it's laid out with the reverses. It's an absolutely insane set to try to actually master, because all of the hollows have reverses, all of the non-hollow rares, which are the same as the hollows, have reverses. So there's like 2 copies of every single reverse if it's a hollow or a non-hollow, and then it comes down to it's a massive set. It's like 335 cards, and it has been the absolute most fun completing. I've gotten every single card pretty much in person or like collections, things like that. Oh, cool. Full sets of Team Rocket and Fossil. Yeah, you can still get those pretty affordable right now. Sealed, I think, is a lot more expensive on that end versus like full sets. Yeah, Expedition has some definitely hard prices. Oh, hardest card to find has been the Gengar. The reverse of this Gengar, the Hollow Gengar's reverse, I've only seen 2 in person over the last couple years, and they were both graded, and they were both like $300, $400, $500, and it just wasn't worth it. My buddy who found me one last weekend, it's an LP copy. He bought it for 130 bucks, so I paid him, PayPal'd him like instantly 130 bucks, and that was it. That's the end all be all. I'm kind of hoping vintage does come down in pricing. I think a lot of it will. I think this year will be kind of a telltale sign. A lot of people are moving out of Pokemon, going to One Piece. Most of the people in this hobby are just chasing the money. If the money tanks and people stop collecting, stop buying sealed product for stupid premiums, the money and the people in it for just making money are going to funnel out. Now, I think a lot of the prices when it comes to the super rare cards like Crystals, Shinings, Gold Stars, they're not going to come down much. I think the cheaper they get, some people probably will hoard them, buy them, and just sit on them hoping they rebound. But if they never rebound, then the quantities will probably come out a lot more later on too. I did not like e-readers as a kid, and I stopped collecting at the end of Destiny because I did not like how e-readers were. I had like 2 e-reader packs ripped Expedition in my childhood binder, and I completely stopped. Really wish I didn't, but here we are. So I stopped ripping, Minecraft. I completely stopped ripping Modern. I stopped collecting Modern. Last couple Modern sets I collected were back in Sword and Shield, and that's it. So this is minus physically 1 card, a full Expedition Master set in probably LP condition or better. Gengar is missing. Gengar Reverse is missing. There's my actual Hollow Gengar with a big old swirl. Like I said earlier, a lot of these cards I was tracking down. I tried to find the best copies with swirls too. I 100% think One Piece is going to stay strong for the time being. Stupid clean. Like, some of these cards, people get mad at me because I have like PSA 9, PSA 10 quality cards in this binder, and I don't send them off for grading. and I could literally care less. I don't want them in a slab. I want them here in my binder. This one, all right, for the cards that are hard to find, there are some of these reverses that are definitely harder to find than others. This was a hard card to find, especially in clean condition. So if you've noticed what I was talking about a second ago, Charizard, Holo Charizard, Reverse Holo Charizard. Obviously, the numbers are one way to tell the difference. That's number 6. But then you have the goldies at the bottom left of the actual holos. So the reverses also have a goldie. And then when you get to the non-holo, that's number 40. Then the reverse is the exact same card, but it has the bluey because the non-holos have that. So there's 4 of the same card. Expedition has been fun mainly because of that aspect, and it's a nightmare doing. They did not do that in Aquapolis and Skyridge. They corrected it. They made the H cards at the backside of the set with all the holos. But I think Expedition has been one of the most fun sets to track down, mainly because it's like you're flipping through a binder or you see it in a top loader in a display case and you're like, oh shit, that's the card I need, but you can't see the bottom, and you pull it up and it's like, oh crap, it's the wrong variant. And it gets harder and harder to track down some of the reverses you need. I've broken open so many slabs to put in the binders. A lot of these cards, and you can't see them because they are, let me see, I'll probably know 1 or 2 if I spot it, but whenever I break a card open from a slab, I usually put the, like the card label on the backside of the slab and just keep it in there with it. So, like this Dark Blastoise. PSA 1. Super funny story about that card. Won't get into that one right now, but all the cards that I've broken open from slabs have the label still with them. Yeah, they were just trying. This was the end of the WotC era. It started wrapping up. Not a lot of people were interested in the e-readers. I think this made it a lot confusing for people, especially when it first came out. So why they did it, I have no idea. Oh, and for cards I just break open and do other things with, I literally have a slab graveyard on my desk here. And a super cool Mewtwo cut. So holos, that's the end of the holos right there with Weezing. Expedition has 32 full holos with the reverses. Then there's a ton of non-holos, the exact same arts, outside of a couple of unique arts like the Charizard. That doesn't have a full holo. That Blastoise. These have full holos on the Japanese sides with the web stamps or the lottery promos in Japanese. So you can get that as a full holo, but it is a Japanese exclusive as that. Yep, don't care about grade or condition, just need it for the collection. A lot of super sick arts in this set. Expedition, like I said, has grown on me so much ever since I started collecting it. And seeing it 99.9% done right now is absolutely insane. And they're all clean cards. I didn't settle on any of these. I did not want any creases. I didn't want any damage. Even the trainers look cool. Like full spreads, pages of trainer cards. So, Expedition is almost done outside of that Gengar. Thoughts on the grading monopoly? Just don't do it. I don't care for grading much anymore. I have graded plenty in the past, but it was always cards I liked and kept. Depending on how long this goes, I'm about to swap this out for my Aquapolis binder. I got my graded slabs right next to me too, as far as the ones I have in the display case, so I can flip through like what I like as graded cards, because it's more or less theme stuff. I got like Squirtle is my favorite starter, so I have a lot of Squirtle slabs. I got a lot of Mewtwo slabs that are unique. I have a ton of Team Rocket slabs, just a lot of unique stuff. And I am heavy on the Japanese side as well. I love Japanese quality more than English, but I only collect English Modern. One, two... I'm missing a binder here. Where is Aquapolis? So, yeah, grading prices have gone up. Grading times have gone up. And I do grade for friends as well. I have a PSA account I have for like 3 or 4 years. I grade for buddies, and I have bulk orders from back in August. Like, they just now hit grading after like 5 months. Or they're just, actually 2 of them just went from grading to assembly. It's like absolutely insane wait times with PSA right now, and they keep upping their pricing. They don't run the specials anymore. Used to grade heavily when there was like the $13.99 special for bulk grading, send it in. Month and a half later, you got all your cards back. Life was good. Not nowadays. All right. We have Aquapolis. Now, I haven't been focusing as heavy on Aquapolis recently because I've been really wanting to track down all the Expedition. So, 0 cards away from Expedition. That Master Set is done as soon as I get the Gengar physically in hand. 8 cards away from Legendary Collection. That still might take some time. However, I have officially shifted my focus for Aquapolis. Aquapolis is the next set I want to finish. So, I'm still missing non-holos. Need to start looking more at binders, track down some of these non-holos that I need. But I do have a good bulk. I want to say for in the app here, I need like 60-ish more cards. Mainly reverses. 60-ish more cards to complete this set. So it'll go a lot faster now that my focus is more so on Aquapolis, and I'm not just mainly looking for Expedition cards. And when I was going to cons, it's like, yeah, I don't want to buy everything I see. I just want to buy the cards that are going to help the sets I'm mainly focused on. So Aquapolis is up next. A lot of great artworks, a lot of holes still. However, as soon as I make it to the backside, I do have every holo and every crystal for Aquapolis. So main stuff I'm missing here is non-holo, reverse. I think I'm literally missing more non-holos than I am reverses in the front side of this binder. Non-holo, reverse Eevee. That's obviously going to be a big one. And then they had like the ABs of the same art. So same art. What number is it? 85. So it's 85A, 85A reverse, 85B, 85B reverse. There's 4 or 5 cards in Aquapolis that do that. I still to this day don't really even know the purpose. I looked it up once. Frontier and I were literally having this conversation the other day about it. It just drives, for someone doing a master set, it drives you insane. Drowsy, all 4 Drowsies right there, A and B. So probably skipped over it if we missed them in the beginning. Golduck, I think, is another one of those, so I don't have either Golduck A or B. So we left off at Mime. Porygon is another one. So I have Porygon, both non-holos, the B of the reverse. I need Porygon A reverse still. All right, backside, we're getting to the trainers. Have almost all the trainers done. Still trainers, pages of trainers when it comes to the e-readers. I don't have a non-holo Darkness Energy. Like, that's how crazy finding some of these cards are in person only. It's like, yeah, I can go on eBay and buy that in 5 seconds for probably 30 cents, but I want to find my copy in person, and I will wait as long as I need to wait. So, backside of the binder. How I said earlier, Some of my cards are out in grading. Not grading, I'm sorry. Some of the cards are out getting repaired. My Nidoking is one of them. My Crystal Nidoking was a PSA 5. It had a surface crease on it. Otherwise, it was pretty clean. So I sent it to him to get that crease out of the top, wherever it was. So that's not here. My Kingdra is near mint, to my knowledge. Little tiny bit of whitening right there. Otherwise, super clean card. And my Lugia, I've had that for a year or two now. My Lugia, and we just got off the subject of breaking open slabs, it was a PSA 5. So it was a PSA 5 I broke open, mainly because it was a super clean like front copy. The back had the whitening on it, a little bit of like corner issue there on the back side. But it looks great in the binder, so I was happy with it. Plus, I don't know what a PSA 5 Lugia or whatever a raw Lugia goes for these days with current prices. I traded a card I physically graded for this card. It was a Legendary Collection Dark Raichu that I already had a Dark Raichu in my LC set. Got a super clean copy for like 70 bucks from one of my buddies. Graded it with Beckett because I thought it would black label. Like it was that clean. It got a 9.5 because Beckett only likes to give me 9.5s every time I send them cards, which has only been like 2 times. Then I traded that at like, I don't remember, $1,200 value at the time. Lugia in a PSA 5 was $700 value at the time. He traded me a Lugia, a PSA 10 Japanese Charizard from 151, and a PSA 10 Erica Japanese from 151, the SARs, for my Raichu that I had probably after grading fees, I don't know, 200 bucks in maybe with shipping, something like that. So I'm never going to replace my Lugia. I love it just basically because how I acquired it. And I've done that with a ton of cards as well. Like I'll for sure try to trade for cards before I try to buy the cards. So if I buy a collection or whatever, I'm going to try to trade stuff I already don't need for stuff that I mainly want. So the rest of Aquapolis here, Crystal Nidoking's off the property right now. Houndour, Houndoom, yeah, Aquapolis Houndoom had an issue. He's got that. Entei had an issue. He's got that. So those 2 haulers are missing. Yeah, exactly what you said, Jeremy. Like getting the card in person, like I just rambled that whole story on the Lugia. That's why I didn't buy my Lugia online. I can look at every card here and I can almost tell you every single vendor I bought it from, what show it came from, or like card shop or how I got it. This one I got at a card shop. There was an outdoor day event at a local card shop, Poke Shop and Collectibles. I sold a ton of bulk I had, Japanese bulk, I think, for $200-300 bucks. And I think that was $250. I literally sold my bulk. I knew he had this card. I walked inside and I bought the Espeon from him with the bulk I sold. They were all like EXs and trainer galleries, art rares from like VMAX Climax, V-Star Universe. I was ripping a lot of heavy Japanese years back. Sold all that, got that Espeon. Literally every card in here has a story. Executor, I got broke out of a slab. I remember that. It was a PSA 6. Had a fat swirl. Paid $30 for this, $35 at a con like 2-3 years ago. Like that's how cheap some of these holos used to be. Granted, it might still be around there. I don't know, but I just know I paid like 35 bucks for that. I ripped an Aquapolis pack. That was with Pete. He let me rip one of his. I kept the pack art for the back of my binder. The Tyranitar took me 5 or 6 cons to track down a clean copy in the right deal. And same exact story. Pete was vending. I had some of my stuff on his table, and I kept running back, dropping off cards, picking up cash because he was selling some of my cards I had from collections. And I was like, he sold something big, or I did, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy the Tyranitar I found earlier in the show and end it. So I walked back up, bought the T-Tar, super freaking clean card. I think there was like some issue on the backside. It had some like white speckle in the blue over there or something. I didn't care. It was on the backside, but it's got like a near mint hollow on the front. The Aquapolis pack, I pulled Arcanine. Not this Arcanine. That is my Arcanine that I got personally. He graded the Arcanine. He graded the entire pack sequentially. It also had both Scythers in that pack, both versions of the non-hollow. He loved CGC, and he graded that entire pack sequentially with CGC. He gave me the 2 Scyther cards. They're in my closet. I have like a slab display thingamajig on the inside of my wall in my closet, and I got both of them on display in there. Yeah, Mareep was in that pack. He gave Holly. She was in the room. The dogs went crazy. It was just, it's clipped on my YouTube. If you go to my YouTube shorts, there was 2 Aquapolis packs. He ripped the other one, and I was filming him. That was at Charlotte Con last year, 2024. And he pulled the T-Tar. He pulled the T-Tar out of that pack. So that's Aquapolis. And the last set of Wizards of the Coast is Skyridge. Yeah, they're all on there. Those will never get deleted. I love that we did YouTube for the short period of time that we were doing, because I have a lot of videos and a lot of experiences with Pete on video. Y'all crack CGC lower graded ones that are worth the same in raw for binder? Calvin, I will crack anything for the binder. Case in point, hang out until I make it to the hollows. Beedrill, I cracked a PSA 9 hollow Beedrill to put into my Skyridge binder. And it's just because of the deal I got it on. I was in it for like, I don't know, 80 or 90 bucks or something like that. And I was like, I would much rather have that in the binder than in the slab. So I don't care if it's Beckett, PSA, CGC, whatever the case. I don't care if it's a 9. I've never cracked a 10 before. I've considered doing that solely for content, cracking a 10 to put into my binder, but there's just, it doesn't make sense to buy a 10 to put in the binder. Like, I'll do stuff to be funny, but I'm not going to just blatantly waste money. But I'll do 9. Most 9s and 8s are at raw pricing anyways. Nowadays is slightly different, but majority of the time when I was started all these collections, I could get 9s, 8s, 7s, everything for the price of raw cards. Skyridge is going to be the absolute most painful set. It is horrible. The reverses cost a ton of money. I am missing a lot of the reverses. It is the set I need the absolute most of, mainly because I have not been skimping out when it comes to the condition of the card. All these cards are LP or better, so they're all just great condition cards. I have majority of the non-hollow rares. I just don't have any of the reverses yet. And it's the other shitty thing is with binders, when they don't have cards on the backside, the cards tend to move around a little bit more. So I'm always like sliding them in. Skyridge has a lot of great artworks. It's probably going to be my second favorite e-reader set. I don't think anything can top Expedition, especially with as complete as Aquapolis is. I think Skyridge is going to be a very close second to Expedition once this set is done. So, a lot of just empty holes at this time. But it'll get there over time. Once I get a lot closer on Aquapolis, if I get to the 20 away when it comes to the reverses, or if I ever see good deals on Skyridge reverses I need, obviously I'll pick them up. But I've passed on so many just because I did not want to even spend a dime on any of them right now, just to keep my focus on other sets. Because some of these, like, I don't even want to know what a reverse Snorlax is from Skyridge. It has to be expensive. Now, on the back side of the binder, I do have a fair bit of the trainers. I have a lot of the reverses as well. Just kind of sleeve and put them back in their space while they're out. And then we have probably to be the coolest page whenever it is actually completed. All 12 crystals, the way the set played out in the binder, all 12 crystals, the holo and the reverses will be on the same page. So I have I have 5 out of the 6 when it comes to the reverses. Celebi, Crobat, Ho, Golem, and Kabutops. I do not have a Charizard, obviously, on either side. The only Charizard I have is the box topper, because I was fortunate enough to come across one of those. I got all 5 of these crystals from a local card shop. A local card shop's trade night, specifically. Somebody came in with them, ripped all of these cards himself, put them in sleeves, held on to them for like 10, 15 years, because he was just ripping Aquapolis and Skyridge boxes, I guess. If I remember the story, he told me right, for like $700-800 each back in like 2011, 2012. He has a surplus of them, and he was just selling off all his dupes. Made him an offer, bought all 5 cards. No, my Kingdra was also part of that. So I bought 6 crystals from him that night for, unfortunately, a super cheap number comparative to today's values, because these are no longer cheap. All the e-readers have gone through the roof. But every single one of these is near mint, and every single one of these would probably 9 or 10 without an issue. My Golem was graded. The Golem was a PSA 8. So you just asked if I crack CGC lower grades, I will crack a PSA 8 Crystal Golem to put into my binder. Got a super good deal on it. I got this from the Tennessee Tyler. It's got a massive foot swirl. I don't know why it's not focusing as much, but it's got a massive foot swirl on it. Kind of hard to see, but it is a super, super clean copy. So the crystals are progress. Definitely have progress here. I'm not going to take out every single one, but like I said, every single one is near mint here. So that also leaves me with, I have a full page of near mint crystals. Do I have to get these in near mint? Because that's just not feasible. And those are the cards that will probably never, ever come down in pricing ever again. Maybe to some degree, but not like what they were 3-4 years ago versus 7-8 years ago versus 10 years ago. We'll see. The day I get a Crystal Charizard, all the stars are going to have to align that day. We got the holos. So, I wasn't lying. PSA 9 B-Drill. Cracked open, straight into the binder. All the rest of these are pretty clean cards. Whatever goes there is off the property. My brain is just like fried at this point after looking at like 1,000, not even 1,000, probably like 4,000 Pokemon cards or something. Kabutops. I'm trying to remember if I've got any of these in slabs or not. Most of these, I think I actually did get raw. A lot of them have big swirls too. But a lot of these I acquired also before the boom of what e-readers have done in the last 6 to 8 months, so I'm in a lot of them pretty cheap. Nidoqueen is missing. I know that's one of them. God, what are the missing? I feel dumb not knowing what they are. I just cannot think right now. Turn this to all. All right. Back at the top, so don't have a Houndoom. Jolteon. All right, so that's Jolteon. I have a Jolteon. It had some type of crease in it. I'm in on my Jolteon for like $125. Super clean card, just had like a surface crease, and he's fixing that. Kabutops, Magnetons, Moltres. Moltres is off the property. You don't even want to know what I own my Moltres for. I bought that for like $30. And it's clean. Had like a crease that's coming out of it. Nidoqueen, same story. It's got a crease. Piloswine, Politoed I have. And then we have, yeah, it ends on Xatu. So love that Rhydon. This copy is also super sick because he's got a big swirl in his hand. It's kind of hard to see how this holo is, but he's like throwing the swirl. It's not really showing. There's a swirl in his hand there. Where's Umby? Here's Umby. The Umbreon Holy Grail. Oh, there we go. I think I hit the... One of the times I zoomed in, I hit on the wrong button, and now it's focusing better. One of the best Umbreons. I am still partial to Discovery. I still think Discovery is the best Umbreon card. It's not bad. Little bit of whitening there in the corner. A little bit of whitening there. Another really good story with this one. Me and Pete were at Collecticon Atlanta beginning of last year. I think it was the first one of the year. Back in 25. He's got a buddy that buys... He pays stupid money for... He's a Whatnot streamer or something. And they pay heavy for bulk. So he came, I brought a bunch of my binders with me. Like, I have stuff I rip. We used to rip a ton. So all he wanted was EXs, Vs, trainer galleries, full arts, the cheap stuff. And he was paying stupid prices, like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 each. And he wasn't paying money. He was trading alt arts for bulk. Came up to my table, picked out $700 worth of bulk that I had in binders, like literally cleared my binders, like hundreds of cards, all cards I pulled. And it was like, he gave me a Rayquaza VMAX alt art from Evolving Skies that was valued at like $750 at the time, and something else like a Lucario, I think a tag team Lucario, just because I wanted it for my personal collection. I traded the Rayquaza, maybe it was valued higher. Because I think I traded the Ray and like $100 for this Umbreon at another table the very next day. So I literally traded bulk for my Umbreon and like $100 cash. But at the time, this, in this condition, granted, I thought it was high. It was one of the most expensive cards I had purchased. Or, I mean, I traded for it, but it's still one of the most expensive single cards I acquired. And it was at like $900, I think, $950 maybe, somewhere in that ballpark. I have it on video. It's my Atlanta Collecticon from like 2025. So now this is a much more expensive card. But yeah, I traded English and Japanese bulk for this card. So another card with a cool story. But this one just happens to be stupid clean too. So that's Skyridge. It'll get there eventually. Like I always say, like, I don't care if it takes years. I'm also not gonna pay stupid prices. If it comes down to waiting, if it comes down to the Pokemon market crashing, I'll wait the entire time, and I will wait for that to happen. I'm not paying $100 per reverse, because that's gonna take tens of thousands of dollars to even finish that set to put it all together. What time is it? 11? Just to open up. I've ran out of raw vintage. But if anyone wants to see slabs, I'll show off some slabs. I haven't really done slabs recently. I haven't acquired a lot of slabs. These are all pretty well aged at this point, outside of some. This is what I consider my personal collection. It's got some cool stuff in it. This is all Team Rocket. This is all Mewtwo. This is all Squirtle and Blastoise. This is all, I don't know, Japanese and Altarts that I like. Pikachu and Pichu. And this is all trainers. So I do like PSA 10 trainers of a lot of Scarlet Violet. Actually, I loved a lot of the Scarlet Violet trainer cards in Japanese specifically because of the texture, because of the way they look. So y'all tell me, you want to see some slabs or you want to just call it a night? Probably won't take too long to go through all these. What do we got? 17 people up in here? Because I do have some bangers. All right, we got one. Let's see them. So that's good enough for me. We'll do the slabs and then we're gonna call it. I think I've been, when we go live, 8:45. So it's been a little bit over 2 hours. It's been fun hanging. I have not done this, like I said, in like 5 months. I've had a lot of other stuff on my mind. I've had a lot of other stuff I've been trying to keep off my mind. So we'll. All right. In no particular order, just the order they're in here. We got Rocket's T-Tar, one of my favorite T-Tar cards. Big Team Rocket, big Giovanni fan, and almost all of these are Japanese. There are some English. There's a lot of Topps Chrome too. One of the sickest Persian cards. This is from the Hobby World Fair. Japanese, it's a non-holo. I think it looks sicker as a non-holo. I mean, I do love the EX in English, but this is a super cool and super rare card in Japanese on the that side. Persian. Pete gave me that one as a present. Persian. Master Ball Persian. Holly gave me that one as a present. That's super cool when the XY one underneath the bench there. Meowth, web promo, love this card. New one from Team Rocket. Giovanni. These are sequential. I pulled them myself. A lot of these cards that are like the more modern cards, I physically pulled myself and graded. Giovanni Scheme, Orders. God. Different variants of it. PSA 10 Giovanni from Jim, Japanese side. Rocket's Admin. This was the reprint from the collection box. These are not reprints. Poke Frontier, look away. I got some stamps. One of my favorite trainers from Team Rocket returns. Rocket's Hideout, Trickery Gym. I didn't pull these. I pulled the I said I pulled the modern stuff. I showed Poke Frontier my eBay checkouts though. I bought these back in like 2022 for like 30, 40, 50 bucks each. What up, Donnie? That's just a cool card. Prism, another cool card. Japanese, this is an exclusive, right? I don't think they make that in English. Team Rocket in the background. This is from the Ash versus Team Rocket deck. I have almost a full deck. Wobbuffet. I have, oh, Holly gave me that one. That one's a cool one. Giovanni, Rocket. I pulled that one. Rocket, got that at a trade night. This is the full Ash vs. Team Rocket deck. I have none of the Pikachu side, but all the ones that had Team Rocket in it or cameos, I have all those in 10s. That's the Silver Deck one from 2004. Silver Deck, Silver Deck, Silver Deck. What did you say, Donnie? Oh, you need the Mimikyu? I don't even... Did I just lose it? I don't even know where it went. Is that card expensive? This is my PC case. If I decide to sell my PC, I'm going to sell pretty much all of it at once. I don't want to I haven't committed to that. But there's some of these cards I just can't sell. Like, I'm gonna need that forever. Game Boy Mewtwo. PSA 10 Mewtwo, Big Tail Swirl. Pete gave me this for my birthday last year. PSA 9, Rockets Mewtwo. Maybe one day I'll have a 10. Just not worth the money right now. Big Tail Swirl up there too. Topps Chrome in a 10. Just a sick one. I think that one came from Holly. These definitely did. Got both of these from the Battle Fiesta. That Mimikyu is $500. I think... Where did I get mine? I think I bought mine from Leao, actually. I'm pretty sure I got it from him for like $180 like a few years ago. What we got? More Mewtwo's. Blue Shock. Pokemon Go. I actually like that artwork. V-Star Universe. Master Ball. Some Zookans. Zookans are super cool and unique. I do not accept. What's this worth now? Big Swirl. Sequential with the Water Energy. Water Energy has 2 swirls. Squirtle has 1 swirl. Squirtle Spectra in a 10. Squirtle Blastoise in a 10. Spectra Blastoise in a 10. The War Turtle Spectra Pop is like 3 something stupid. I've never seen one for sale. I bought a CGC 9.5 War Turtle a couple years back. I've already sent it to PSA. It's at PSA for the 2nd time trying to cross over to the 10. Minimum grade 10. It's still in the CGC slab. So I have a Spectra and a CGC 9.5. I am hoping they cross it to a 10 because I think it's flawless. So one of these times, they're going to owe me a 10 on that card. And then I will have the complete lineup in Spectra 10s. Yeah, this Squirtle's stupid. Like, what people are paying for this card is just dumb. Like, a sequential set, $5K. I don't even know what this is worth between the two of them. Squirtle, War Turtle, Blastoise, 25th anniversary, Joker. Love both of these. Also my name, AJ. So that's my AJ card. Was a big fan of the Squirtle deck as a kid. I have my I have a raw copy of this in my personal PC binder from like my childhood stuff. Picked up one as a 10. Decided to get the others. I got the other Squirtle. I got the War Turtle. The only thing I don't have is the Blastoise. I don't have the vending series one either, or the CD promo, but there is a Blastoise that's the same art as the CD promo with the Squirtle deck on there. You didn't know I was a Blastoise fan? Yeah, Squirtle's my main starter. Like, I've been a Squirtle fan my whole life, but I don't like just go apeshit crazy over Squirtle. I just have some cool Squirtle stuff. This one I thought was really cool. This is like the Fire Red Leaf Green like promo card in Japanese or something. E-Battle card. Bunch of card ass. Legendary Collection Reverse Wartortle PSA. Definitely a 1. Well, I hope it gets a 1. Hopefully you didn't see that the Blastoise Legendary Collection I have was a 1 that I cracked back open. The only Beckett slab in my name. This is the only Beckett slab I own. I do have an LC Squirtle. I'm partial to it. I don't really want to get rid of it. It's on my it's in my display case over there just because I love LC and I love Squirtle. So it's the only one I have. You got CD set and the VHS? Do you have them sealed? They are really impressive sealed collection. The boxes are awesome looking. I forgot I got a couple slabs over here too. Oh, Frontier. Oh shit, you got a black label? I've tried once, but congrats on getting one there, Donnie. Frontier will like this. I have this in my display case over there. I'm not going to pull it out because there's stuff in front of it, but the pamphlet that this came in, I have the pamphlet framed and this propped up in front of it. So I do have a PSA 10 Eon ticket. This one is super cool. And then that is also my display case. Complete in box. That's still dope. Dude, get an Eon ticket. You definitely need that for the EX collection. A black label Broly sounds sick. Send me a picture of that. This is another stupid card, like the Squirtle, that has been pumped to the moon. Like, people don't believe me when I tell me, like, what I'm in these cards for. Granted, this one was a present. Holly, if she's still in here, she got me this for my birthday 2 years ago, I think it was. And at the time, this was a $350 card. Now it's like 2.1, 2.2K, somewhere around there. I don't really follow it a lot, but it's somewhere in that ballpark. I'll never sell it, so I'll never actually see the actual value. But Boss's Pikachu, that goes with like my full Team Rocket stack right there. It's the only costume Pikachu I like. Yeah, this was a good deal. This was $400 with the frame pamphlet. So this was a good deal. One of my next videos I'm going to do is a room video too, because my room is pretty much done how I want it. I've spent the last year and a half working on it, collecting things, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of see it. That button work? That's not a great angle, but I'm going to do a full room video, full redesign. I actually have videos of this room before it was destroyed. Not destroyed, but like repainted. All the old shelves came down. It had popcorn ceilings. I have like a before video, and then it's going to be like the after of how it is now. Yeah, Donnie, you haven't been here in a hot minute. We set up the puppy cam, but there's no puppies in here, so the puppy cam has been off. They're downstairs, probably in the bed. All right, that was entire stack 2. Stack 3, it's their stuff. Probably one of my favorite cards here. Oh, dude, the closet. I can't show it. The closet I completely redesigned a couple months ago. It's sick. It's perfect for pictures, everything now. I don't know if anyone's noticing a trend, but this is one of my favorite Pokemon. These two are bangers. The Topps Chrome are bangers too. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's not up here. I have it downstairs. I do have a PSA 10 Techno Scyther that I pulled myself. So that's cool. I was in a Topps Chrome box break. Bought one pack, pulled the Techno Scyther. Favorite Pidgeot art? All 10s. Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. Love my birdie. Donnie, that is not true. I am dirt cheap in all these cards. I think I paid $100 for that at a con, like 23, 22. Market used to be a completely different thing. All right, Espeon. Were these sequential? No. Pulled the Bubble Mew on my birthday like 2 years ago. Had a whatever set this was, Shiny Star V. No, is that right? No, Shining Treasure. What the fuck was Japanese side of this called? Charizard, Celebi. I did set out a quest to try to collect all the Sword and Shield Alt-Arts and PSA 10s for Japanese, but that got way too out of hand recently. Yeah. Tomato, tomato. Feltat. Didn't buy it. Just graded it. Holly got 3 copies when these first dropped from the Pokemon Center or wherever they came from. We graded all 3. 2 got 10s, 1 got a 9. She unfortunately sold her 10. And I kept 9. So I love that card. And with the exclusive gray graded card that's limited to like 20 copies or something stupid. Oh, you spot that, Tapu Koko. Man of Taste. I fucking love this card. This is like literally one of my favorite alt-arts. It's funny. This was a CGC 9.5 that I cross-graded the PSA because I bought it as a CGC 9.5 when everyone hated CGC for like 20 bucks. $20 or $30 is what I'm in this card for, plus cross-grading fee. Pikachu. Paid $15 for that. Sent it in the grading. Pulled that myself. Bought that sealed, I think. Maybe got that as a 10, I don't remember. Graded that one. Got that off Pete for like 90 bucks. Graded that one myself. My 2 error cards. That one was a gift, and that one's from my childhood collection. The Error 5 Dark Dragonite, the non-holo. And this one's super cool. Completely OC. They gave it a 9 OC PSA. I need to take all of these graded cards off and make more space in here. Oh yeah, it's completely different. I don't have any of the monks. The only one we have, Holly has the Eevee. I bought her one at a con like 2 years ago. And those have gone through the roof. She's got like a stupid clean Eevee that I paid like $180 for at a con or 200 bucks. There's my greens exploration with Squirtle. It's the only one I wanted out of the trio. Erie, Kieran, Garmin, Penny, another Penny, Lacey, Iona, Bianca, Miriam, Iono, Lana. Just a sea of waifu trainers. I don't want to crack the 5 because it is a 5. I just thought it was super cool how it came back. It's like, this is literally my only childhood card that's graded, and I kind of want to keep it graded just because it's the 5 error card that got a 5. Not all of them. They don't fit with guards in here. Love that, Erica. And some of these are probably like, I don't really even care about like half these SRs. I literally have graded all of these, and they're just in here for the time being until I decide I don't like full art trainers anymore. The worker's good. I love that one. Parasol Lady is absolutely beautiful. Especially in Japanese. Is that one of the ones I don't have a guard on? Yeah, those eyes, like the lighting, yeah, you can definitely see it. It's a different color eye everywhere you put it in the light. And the Erica card. Is that it? Erica. Oh, I got the tag team. Red and blue. Super cool. Oh, and then Cynthia in English in the back with Lucario. Lucario is one of my favorites too. Yeah, there is a first ed Air Dragonite, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it like, I don't know, 50 to 100K in a 10. Like, isn't there like actually one sale on that stupid high? Cynthia is $450 in English? Or is it dropped? I'm just gonna, dude. And this is why I want to sell my slabs and just be done with slabs. Was. Okay, so it's dropped. But certain ones absolutely cannot sell. All my Mewtwo's probably have to stay forever. All right. It has been 2.5 hours. I appreciate everyone that's been here pretty much the whole time, chilling, checking all the cards. We went through every single binder. We've seen a lot of stuff tonight. It's been fun. I haven't done this in a while. I'm tired. It's 11:15, and it's about time to hop off. Anyone got anything else before we go? Definitely need to start doing more lives. Definitely need to start dropping some videos and getting some videos out. Get the YouTube going again. Even if it's small stuff. What do you mean you got here and I want to leave? This started at 8:45. Next video is going to be my Expedition Master set. I just have to go get my last card. We went through Expedition. I am missing my last card. One of my buddies has it. We're going to try to meet up this weekend. If I can get it this weekend, I'm going to film the video and just kind of get it out. Because it's been way too long. It's been 5 months to the day that I've pretty much stopped posting. The AtlantaCon video, I physically had to do AtlantaCon last September for the whole reason that I was explaining earlier, with everything that went on. But I haven't been doing any shows, really any shops or anything. So definitely need to get something out ASAP. I got a lot of stuff working. I got some stuff already filmed, but I'm just waiting on some of the second half of it to come back as well. About a week or two out from getting some cards back from one of my other buddies, so I can film the other half to one of these videos, stuff like that. Only 5 PSA 10 exist. Oh, we're talking about the number 5? Oh yeah, Donnie, did you not have the number 13 reverse Gengar? Oh shit. DM me. Shoot me a message. Somebody else. Here, I'll do it real quick while you're here. I think I remember who sent it to me yesterday. Somebody else found it. Somebody else found another one yesterday in a PSA 6 or 7 slab for sale. I'm seeing if I can pull it up for you real quick, and I'll just, while it's on my mind, shoot it over to you. It was on somebody's like claim sale story on Instagram. It'd be a good one to crack open. If I hadn't already got it, I would have bought that one. The five WB cards. Yes. The Pikachu is the absolute worst of those. I have gotten number 1. I have 1 of 5 currently. I just got this one literally last week. Cracked it out of an 8. Traded at, how much was it? $300? $300 value. We straight traded. Local guy that lives in North Carolina had it, couldn't move it, wanted some of the stuff I had, so we basically just traded. So to answer the question, yeah, I am going to do the WB promos. Those might take some time. The Pikachu is rough. The Torchic is rough. $300 is pretty much the same price as Raw, if not on the cheap side. Like, I've seen some, that was a CGC 8, like a really actually clean CGC 8. I've seen lower grades go for more. I've seen some Raw prices all over the place. It's a hard card to pump, or not a hard card to pump. It's a hard card to comp because there's just not a lot of sales out there, and it's just kind of all over the place because nobody knows what it is. A Raw one went for $600 the other day. All right, so yeah, I kind of got a steal. And I traded him a bunch of stuff from my binder that I was in, like, nothing. Like, legitimately, I bought a collection, and a bunch of the stuff had already sold from that collection. So I had already broken even. So all the stuff that was in my binder that he took, I was in for free. So I'm in, like, that Trico for, like, $50 maybe, at most. So it's in the back with all of the EX era promos. Yeah, I got the Winter Stamp Salamence, and then that's the last EX era Black Star promo, minus the ones that I don't have yet. But slowly but surely, I'll have them all. Did I miss anything? Someone needs to come to Greensboro January 31st. What's in Greensboro on January 31st? Card show, I'm assuming? Still looking for the Hollow Machamp. I fortunately got one. If I come across another, I can let you know. But Atlanta Collecticon will be my next show. We talked about that earlier. It's the first weekend of Atlanta, or first weekend of February, which is, I think, the 7th and 8th. Yeah, it's 4 weeks from this Saturday. So that's going to be the first show of the year I go to. Um, oh, POW's in Greensboro. But POW's always a one day. I probably won't be able to make it to that. Um, Actually, somebody else, Donnie, the card show you were talking about with me earlier today. Somebody else was talking about that earlier. The Charlie's card show, but the Raleigh version. Was telling me that it's fantastic too, like you said earlier. So I'll probably we'll see if I can make it out on Sunday, but I probably won't make it on Saturday. All right. Like I said, appreciate everyone hanging out. Good to hang. Good to talk to everyone. Good to try to do this again. Feels better actually getting excited about cards and collecting. So I'm looking forward to the next con. Looking forward to collecting some of these sets and moving forward with the year and everything going on. Appreciate it, guys. Love you all. And we will see you on the next one. Later, Donnie. Later, Calvin, Jimmy, everyone that's still in here has been hanging the whole time. Frontier, appreciate y'all hanging out.